Welcome to the Soul Health Mentor podcast with Nadia Kraus. Learn how to move your awareness out of your mind and into your heart so you can embody your divinity, experience joyous peace of mind, and create your most vibrant life by opening to receive your soul's sacred medicine.
Hello, beautiful soul. Hello, strong heart. Hey, brilliant listener. And we are back. Welcome to episode number 81. After a little break, I'm back creating more Soul Health Mentor podcast episodes for you. And in this episode, I will tell you why I took a break and how it relates to this week's topic. It's not you, it's your environment. I'm also going to tell you about what I have in store for you next and how Soul Health Mentor Podcast supports you in your embodiment of soul health and purpose. In case you don't know me yet, hello, I'm Nadia Shana Kraus. Originally from Germany, I've lived in the States for the past 8 years and just moved to Canada. That is also the reason I had to take a little break. This podcast is bilingual, English as its main language with bonus episodes in German. And what I like to ask here at Soul Health Mentor is, if you've ever wondered what it feels like when self-care meets you from the perspective of soul care. That's the perspective that I like to show you. Soul health is all about your embodiment, your divinity, your beautiful soul, your strong heart, your brilliance. That is your purpose, discovering that, exploring that, and in this discovery and exploration, you find health on all levels. So I'm here to help you understand how to take care of all of you, all of yourself, while you are transforming your life experience via your subtle bodies. In the first season of Soul Health Mentor, I talked about the 4 pillars of health: your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, and your spiritual body. In the second season, I'm extending that knowledge. I'm expanding that knowledge, helping you understand that you literally have 5 subtle bodies: your physical body, your mind, your heart, your spirit, and your light body, which is your soul. Now, we typically get taught all about physical health, how to take care of our physical health, exercise, nutrition, and relaxation, work-life balance, stress management. But what society doesn't know and teach is soul health, is how do we take care of all of our bodies, all of our subtle bodies. That's what I'm here for. In this understanding of your subtle bodies, you also realize that your life experience includes so many things: physical health and happiness, mental calm, clarity and focus, emotional balance and well-being, spiritual awareness and awakening, physical health and prosperity. And as I already mentioned, in all of that, you will find your unique embodiment of soul health and your purpose. But who talks about this? Nobody, really. That's why it is time to change gears. I'm changing the category of my Soul Health Mentor podcast from religion and spirituality with focus on spirituality to health and fitness with focus alternative health. My subcategory before was self-development. While it still is self-development, of course, the subcategory now is society and culture. Because in my world, it is time for a society that learns to build a new culture of multidimensional health and wellness living in body, in mind, in heart, in spirit, at soul level, at the level of the light body. Your soul is incarnated into your beautiful body. Your beautiful body is your soul's home. That is the perspective and the zeitgeist that I'm here to lead as a pioneering embodiment of this spirit. Welcome. So you're gonna stay tuned for lots and lots of episodes dropping. They will always drop on the 1st, the 10th, and the 30th of the month. The bonus episode will follow the next day. So I've shared with you why I took a break because I moved to Canada. I haven't yet talked about the environment. I'll get there. I've talked to you about how Soul Health Mentor Podcast can support you in your embodiment of soul health and purpose, understanding all your subtle bodies, understanding these different areas of your life. And I will share with you at the end what I have in store for you next episode. Let's talk about it's not you, it's your environment. So the first thing we have to clarify, when I say that, I do not encourage blaming outside circumstances for your current reality or giving your power away to outside circumstances. That's not what I'm talking about at all. I think you'll understand it by me sharing one of my favorite quotes. I have quite a few. And this is a quote by Alexander Den Heiner. And it goes something like this. If a flower doesn't bloom, you don't fix the flower. You fix the environment in which it grows. So there's nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are not faulty. There is nothing wrong with you. It might be that the environment you find yourself in doesn't support your thriving, your flourishing, your blossoming, your prospering. And giving your power away to the current circumstance of your reality doesn't give you the power to change that. What gives you the power to change your environment is having tools. And I already mentioned that there is tools for physical health and happiness. There's tools for emotional calm, well-being, balance. There's tools for mental calm, clarity and focus. There's tools for spiritual awakening and awareness, and those tools give you purpose, give you understanding, give you insight. Those tools hone your intuition. Those tools hone your wisdom by allowing you to shut off monkey mind and come into your heart, out of your mind and into your heart, to discover soul level wisdom. There's tools to create your fiscal health and prosperity. There's practices that help you embody your soul health and purpose. You can see how multidimensional and layered this is. In my case, the United States, Georgia, was a wonderful place to hibernate, to, how can I say, cocoon, to retreat, to do deep, 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 deep soul level work. But it wasn't in an environment where I could thrive on all levels, where I could prosper, flourish, blossom. That it was not, because it didn't support the lifestyle that gives me physical health and happiness. It didn't support the lifestyle and life that gives me mental calm, clarity, and focus, emotional balance, and well being. It did not allow for my fullest expansion, my fullest soul level expansion and awakening, even. I felt very stumped in that environment. And because we aren't victims, another one of my favorite quotes is, above all, choose to be the heroine in your life, not the victim. My husband and I created a new environment for ourselves. And it took a long time. It wasn't quick, but it was a conscious manifestation, and we utilized all the tools. This manifestation took 18 months to come into being and self actualization, to actually be in our life, but it happened. And I'm creating and recording this podcast today because I want to let you know that if you find yourself in an environment where you do not thrive, where you are not supported, nourished, nurtured, then you have the power to change that environment. And when I used to work as a corporate health coach, sometimes in the short corporate coaching sessions, they were only 15 minutes long, listening to the participant of the wellness program, I came to the conclusion that the biggest gift and the healthiest thing they could do for themselves was to change the environment they find themselves in. If you find yourself in a toxic work environment, then the healthiest thing you can do is find yourself in an environment that is not toxic. If you find yourself in an environment that stimulates and promotes sedentary living and junk food culture, then you remove yourself from that environment and you create the environment where you can thrive. And that was literally the case for me. I had always been very, very active all of my life. My first business was called Fitness for Body and Soul. My body and I, my body and soul, we thrive when our body is walking and cycling and hiking and dancing and doing strength training and swimming, all of the things. I love eating the rainbow. I love eating whole foods, real food. I love fruit and vegetables. I love real meals. I enjoy drinking plenty of water. I do not enjoy burger and fries. I do not enjoy soda. I do not enjoy sitting for 8 to 10 hours a day. I do not enjoy any of that. But that is what I found myself in. I found myself in an environment where my body couldn't move in the way it was used to because there weren't walking ways. There wasn't any places to hike or swim. Everywhere I turned when I left the house, there was junk food. I started drinking soda, and never in my life had I drank soda, but I had no alternative if I wanted something, in quotation marks, nice or sweet. That's all I had. So that was something that removed me very, very far from my physical health and happiness, because not only couldn't I eat the way that I wanted to, couldn't move the way I wanted to. It was very, very hard. I tried my best, and I did the best I could. But if you live in a place that doesn't offer walking ways and that doesn't enable you to walk to the store, to walk to the gym, to walk certain places, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to take the car and drive, and taking the car and driving means sitting. So this environment didn't support my physical health and happiness. All I had during this time, was honing my tools of emotional balance and well-being. I could hone my tools of mental calm, clarity, and focus. I could hone my tools of spiritual awakening and awareness. Yes, I could do that. And Soul Health Mentor was born in this phase, and I am so grateful. These past 8 years, they have taught me things that I wouldn't know if I didn't go through the last 8 years. I honor that. And the States have liberated me in a way that Germany never could. And I'm so grateful for all of it. I've lived in 3 countries. I've lived in Germany, I've lived in South Africa, and I've lived in the States. Now I get to live in Canada. So I'm someone that is always exploring, expanding, growing, discovering, learning, and it is very exciting to learn about cultures. And what you learn is the things you love about that culture, and then you learn about things you don't love. And every single country is going to have that. There's things I do not love about Germany. There's things I absolutely adore about the States. And there are things that I am appreciating now here in Canada because I'm able to create this environment where I can thrive on all levels. Physical health and happiness no longer suffer. There is places I can hike, I can walk to things. It is so easy for me to reach 10,000 steps a day. It's more like 12 to 17,000 steps a day. That's what I was used to before. I can swim, I can dance, I can do all the things I love. And this was created very consciously by being aware of how my subtle bodies are doing, what tools I have available, and how because it was a combined effort, my husband and I, in co-creation with the universe, manifested a new reality that helps us self-actualize who we really are. So if you currently find yourself in an environment where you cannot thrive, be it physically, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually, with your gifts, with your talents, with what you have to offer in the world, then I encourage you to know that there are tools. I encourage you to seek and discover and explore. And if you've just found this episode of Soul Health Mentor, then I want you to know that the whole first season, 80 episodes, were dedicated to spiritual self-development. So I talked about the 4 pillars of soul health. I talked about self-love leadership. I asked you the question, if you are a dreamer, do you believe in a better life? Do you want to create what you desire, require, and deserve? And I had so many amazing guests on my podcast, and it was all in the spirit of soul health and spiritual development. So it was all about awakening to your divine potential. And now we're going to extend and expand that. We're going to get really specific in the sense of physical health and happiness. What can you do? What can you do right now if you find yourself in an environment where healthy living and movement is not supported? So I asked myself that question over and over and over again when I was living in the States. I didn't have access to a dance school, although I love dancing. So I started dancing in my living room, streaming Body Groove. That's what I could do. It was imperfect, it was sporadic, because it wasn't quite what I love, because I do love being immersed with people. I love the social event of that. I love connecting to a like-minded community. But I did the best I could. I started meal prepping majorly. I started baking my own sweet goods because I could control the sugar. And I started staying home. So it was literally home, 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 because the only place that I could create what I love was within four walls, the four walls of where we were living. Obviously, that's not a long-term solution. But during that time, I and we did the best we could, and we took steps to manifest a new reality. And we manifested this new reality by taking soul aligned action steps, by using spiritual tools, energy work, such as the Akashic Records. I do Akashic Records readings, clearings, and healing activations, and we started there. And then that freed up energy, we use that to connect to our intuition, to listen for next aligned action steps. And then we took one step after the other, taking care of our emotional well-being the best we could, taking care of our mental well-being the best we could, taking care of our physical health and happiness the best way we could, walking our talk and taking our medicine and manifesting a new reality. So it's absolutely possible. I believe that embodying your soul health and the purpose you are here for, it will activate the dream your soul has for you. And the dream your soul has for you is to live to your fullest divine potential, to create and manifest new life experiences and environments for yourself. And as you do it for yourself, you do it for others as well. Your family and friends benefit. My listeners that follow me on Facebook, they are witnessing the change in me and my husband. And the best thing I can do is be the embodiment of my own soul health and my purpose. And my purpose is to help you learn how to take care of all of yourself while you transform your life experience via your subtle bodies, via your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, your heart space, your spirit, and your soul. Thank you so much for being here today and listening. And what's up next? I'm going to tell you next week. No, it's not next week. It's next episode on the 10th. I just realized something. This is funny. Today is the 1st of August, and I was so eager to kick off this podcast again because we've had a break from the 31st of May until now because of the move. I was so eager to kick off the podcast today that it's a bonus in the sense that the actual rhythm of the podcast will be on the 10th, on the 20th, and the 30th. That will be the rhythm from here on out. 10, 20, 30. Easy to remember. So on the 20th, I will be guiding you through a journey. It's a guided journey to discover and explore the environment where you can thrive. It's a guided visualization, a guided journey to connect you to your environment. What is the environment that has you thrive, flourish, and prosper? You can experience that in the next episode. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Soul Health Mentor podcast with Nadia Kraus. If you like what you heard, please subscribe, rate, and review at Apple Podcasts or wherever podcasts are playing.